Shalom and welcome to Gateway International Prayer Ministries morning devotion. We are so glad that you've joined us today. As you endeavor to give God the first of your day, we know that you will be encouraged, edified, and strengthened, because where two or three are gathered, God is in the midst to bless. Stay tuned for today's words of encouragement. Present this morning on this platform as we are here today to do the words of encouragement today. I am Deacon Thomas, and today I am going to be the one who will be doing the words of encouragement for you today as we continue to embark on the theme that we are here studying for this week, as we continue to do our thing here. And the theme comes from Romans chapter 8 verse 18. For I consider that the suffering of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. This morning, as I go through this words of encouragement, I trust that today, as I come before you, that the words of God did today that will fall on good ground. I trust that God is gonna continue to bless His word as we study His word. We know that life can be challenging and many times can be full of suffering. It can often feel like we are alone in our struggles, and that our problems are sometimes too big to overcome. Because sometimes we go through situation in our life and it seems that we are so much by ourselves, because sometimes when we call upon and ask someone to help for help, and it seems that help is never available to us, because sometimes we ask and we seek for help in all of the wrong places. And this morning, as I come before you, I want to say that there is hope. Yes, my brothers and sisters, there is hope, right? In this passage, the Apostle Paul reminds us that our present suffering are not worth comparing, as it says, to the glory that will be revealed to us. This verse is very, very powerful, because it offers hope and encouragement to those who are going through difficult times. Suffering is inevitable, as we know. We all must go through it. Regardless of who we are, we must go through suffering at some point in time. And so we cannot run from it. And we know that from the moment we take our first breath, we encounter various forms of pain and hardship and adversity. True, many persons go through so much that sometimes that they are so weak that many persons go at a distance where they take their own lives. However, amidst all of this, amidst all of the despair, amidst all of the things that we go through, that sometimes accompany a suffering, there is a hope, my brothers and sisters. There is hope that shines through, and Paul acknowledges that reality of suffering, not attempting to downplay or dismiss is significant. He says that that there is hope. He said that it is nothing compared to what glory that is to be revealed, because we know that in God there is hope. We know that God says that He is going to be with us always. You know that God said that He hears our prayers whenever we call. And Paul encourages believers to look beyond their current circumstances and fix their gaze on the eternal glory that will be revealed. As the scriptures speak to us, we have to look at the things at the end of the rainbow, because we know that even though we go through struggles in life, sometimes we go through this so that it just strengthen our faith in God. But what is more important is what is expected and what we can look forward to after we have passed through this world. It reminds us that sufferings are not in vain, but serve as a greater purpose in the end, that God is gonna see us through. And if we got to know that we are to put our trust in God, place everything in His hand, because there is nothing whatsoever that He is not able to deal with. And many persons will come forward as a witness, living witness that they have went through some suffering, and they call upon the Lord. And the connection between suffering and glory lies in the just transformative work that takes place within us. Throughout our trials, we are refined, strengthened, and shaped into an image of Christ once we place our trust in Him, once we allow Him to have total control, once we place our faith in God and place everything in Him. There is no sort of suffering that we were not able to face and to go through. Take for example, right, that woman who had the issue with the blood for many years. Right? There for many years that she go through this. And one day when Christ was passing by, she, with her faith, knowing that He is a healer, she stretched out her hands by faith, saying that if I could only touch the hem of His garment. She didn't want to speak to Jesus. She didn't want Him to lay hands on top of her. All she wanted is just to touch the hem of His garment, and she knows that she will be made whole. That same faith, my brothers and sisters, I pray today that you are going to exercise that same faith. And what she did, she went ahead and she reached out and touched the hem of His garment, and she was made whole. We cannot see God physically pass by where we can touch the hem of His garment. But there are things that we can do to ensure that we reach out and touch the hem of His garment. We can place our trust in Him. We can lay all at the altar today. We can ask God to see us through these difficult times, through this situation, through these struggles that we are going through. We know that sometimes when we ask persons for help, that they say they make promises that they're going to do this and they're going to do that. But in the long run, it never turns out to be any. But we know that there is a man that we can call upon, regardless of what time of the day or the night, as we call it, the wee hours of the morning. We call upon Him.